everyone, and welcome to another episode of From No Crypto to No Crypto. I'm your host, the Crypto Coach, Blockchain Wayne. Today we're joined by Vig from Coinplus. Vig, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Wayne.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're going to definitely dive into what Coinplus is doing, some unique things, and when I found out about it, I was really interested. But before we jump into all of that, Vig, can you tell us a little bit about your, kind of your background and what got you into Bitcoin and crypto?
Yeah, sure. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in business the whole my adult life, let's say, and crypto started for me in 2017. At the time, that was the first bull run, let's say, and the narrative was very different from the one that we have now, from the one that we had in 2021. Right? The narrative was that crypto is a gray area. But the blockchain is the revolution, and it's going to disrupt every industry possible. There, the business is not going to be the same. And at the time, I was running a media company, so media, content rights, copyrights, distribution company. I still own the company. I don't run it, but that company is doing well. But at the time, I see this movement. I see this new wave of every major media talking about blockchain and the new business models and disruption. I'm like, okay, this thing is coming after me. And the media business is exactly the intermediary model business, which was going to be revolutionized and disrupted. So I came up with an idea of using my background in this space to build a platform around the content, around media, which would actually do the distribution of royalties, all the stuff. And so I had this brilliant idea, and I started looking for people, teams, developers who would help me to put the things together. Of course, there were only a few people who were doing their stuff in blockchain back then. And everyone that had some knowledge of it was already busy with some kind of a project, right? So I didn't succeed to find anybody to actually build the project, but I ended up building the network, knowing people. Around the same time, the race was not between the competition was not between the companies yet. It was between the countries. So you could recall the narratives from crypto Valley, like Zug is allowing taxes to be paid in crypto in Switzerland. Malta was pitching itself as the crypto island. Nicosia, in Cyprus was putting together the first university degree around blockchain. So every country was trying to lead in some of the directions. So I thought that, oh, wait a minute, my country is not there. Well, we need to be there. So using that first network of people, individuals, and early companies, I founded the Armenian Blockchain Association, which was called NOR. So that's where my journey started, and then I started, building the international community. And back then, it was pretty easy to make friends in the space because everybody was so excited about it. And once you meet a new person who is also interested in blockchain, you become brothers,
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, at some moment we've done 40 MOUs, agreements with different countries, around 40 countries, like communities, associations from these countries, and we're pushing for favorable policy in the country. We started educational initiatives. I also founded the first university course in our region on blockchain and crypto. So I'm an educator as well. This is my passion. So I was doing trainings and courses, and I was orange pilling since actually then 2017, 2018. We're doing conferences as well. So these were early days. Yeah, and then I changed my focus more into the, I mean, I didn't change, but more of the companies that I was advising, or I do small angel investments as well. So this stuff started demanding more and more of attention, and I changed the focus more towards the commercial side, and that's when I founded Coinplus, which is the simplest cold wallet on the market. The thing is that from my experience on teaching, on training people on crypto, I always saw that there is this barrier. So not everybody is motivated enough to go up the steep learning curve of crypto to start using it, right? So that's kind of when it's early 2020, 2021, when I really started thinking that there's something wrong with this. So we're pushing hard, but the adoption rate is not yet there, and we need a simple solution. So the thing was that uh, you need to learn it first, then start using,
Absolutely.
right? So because it's do it yourself. All of the crypto is do it yourself. If you're doing it the right way, you ought to do your stuff, learn everything, and then take responsibility for everything. And this is scary. If you're
Yeah.
not tech savvy, if you're not absolutely sure on what you're doing, especially in the finances,
Mm.
this is scary stuff. So that's when I started thinking that, hey, we need a solution to this problem,
Right. Right.
right?
I mean,
Yeah, and
I was gonna say, let's face it. Like, even if you are tech savvy, it's been scary. We've all. I know. I kind of got in a little bit. Around the same time as you, and it was. It was scary. Like, we made mistakes, lost money. We kind of learn from trial and tribulation. But you're right. The person that's not motivated and sees the future potential of what this could be, if they
yeah.
do give it a shot, oh, this is too complicated. I messed up. I lost funds. I'm out. Right. And so, yeah, we do need something to make it
Yeah,
easier.
absolutely. And there's always this human factor. I mean, all of us are humans. We get tired. We lose focus sometimes, and yeah, mistakes happen.
Mm.
And I mean, for me, it's very stressful whenever I mean, I know what I'm doing, but whenever I need to update the firmware of the hardware wallet, and it says like, hey, make sure you have the backup phrase, the seed phrase
Right.
somewhere available. You're like, well, do I have it available? Or
Right.
what? I mean, you know what you're doing, but still, there is a lot of stress into
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I can remember that. And then the whole, like, just copy and paste the wallet address and pray that it goes to the right place, or doing a test send, which really wasn't feasible. I always think, when I hear test send, I always think back to like 2021, when I was running a conference and we are accepting payment in stablecoin and Bitcoin. And someone, I needed to make a payment to somebody else, and it was USDT on ETH. And if you remember, ETH gas fees back then were extremely high. So the test send cost me $40 worth of Ethereum just to do a test send.
it.
And the whole time thinking, this is not the way to do things.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that because also again from my experience of advising companies, I've heard a lot of firsthand stories, and that's um, one of the most popular mistakes, let's say. That's one of the top three mistakes people make when doing transactions on wallets and on exchanges as well, because they're used to a different user interface, user experience. And when I go to an exchange, especially when withdrawing money or sending it somewhere, and they're like, especially stable coins, they're
Yeah.
like choosing the USDT or USDC. Let's take USDT, and then it gives them the option, the drop down, and you have
Yeah.
the ETH which is kind of like, I don't know, $3, $5 option. And then you have TRC20, which is 20 cents. And they're like, am I an idiot to pay, the $5 when there is the cheap option there? And they're
Right.
picking the cheap option and losing the whole money. And you will not believe how many of these mistakes are happening daily.
Oh, right, yeah, because they don't understand that wherever they're sending it to has to support that same network, right? And you're right,
Right.
yeah. I mean, I always thought about that being a problem in terms of just because they may accidentally just send on their own network in general, but you kind of open my eyes to where some people may just be thinking, well, of course I'm going to choose the cheapest fee, not realizing, and I've seen that, right? So I know somebody that was sending USDT to Coinbase, and they chose I forgot what they chose at the time, but I think it was either TRC or it was Binance Smart Chain, neither of
Yeah.
which is supported by Coinbase. And so those funds, $20,000 worth of funds, were just stuck there for a while until Coinbase finally, like a year later, opened up support to say if you pay a fee, we'll
Yeah.
retrieve it for you. So yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's it's crazy.
That's an expensive lesson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. Luckily, I can say at least the guy that did it was, it was bad, but it wasn't like devastating to where, especially if he knew it one day in the future he could get it back. It turned into a savings account for him instead of funds he was able to utilize. But yeah, man,
Right.
there's so many problems, and you're right. Like we've got to look at new users and figure out the easiest way to do it, and the best way for people to learn is for them to do. And that's where when you break down those barriers to where they can do it, they can have a wallet, they can go through the different steps needed to utilize that wallet, secure that wallet without um, too much friction, right? Too much friction is really what slows down adoption. So, Vig, you and
Yeah.
I, we just met. We were kind of talking before this podcast. We've seen each other at conferences, but similar similar views and values in terms of what we have to do. We have to lead with education. I tell people all the time, right? Never your level of investment in crypto should match your level of understanding. And you mentioned something earlier, be able to take responsibility because I see so many people that will blindly follow some YouTube or Twitter X influencer, throwing more money than they're comfortable putting at risk into something that is very risky. And that's why when people ask me, should I not play around with meme coins? My answer is always like, that depends if you understand your level of risk. If you understand you're going to go into a casino one day and play some blackjack or poker and potentially lose your money, and you want to put that same amount into a meme coin, okay, you're comfortable if you lose a few $100s. But
Sure.
people take their life savings because somebody told them, oh, this is going to be 100x. Put all your money into this, and it doesn't really work out like it should.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Unfortunately. But this is human psychology, and it happens
yeah,
all the time. Once in a couple of decades or a couple of 100 years. So
yeah.
we've seen that.
And really, I mean, I don't know about you. So my approach on education is probably the same as yours because if people are educated, they can make better decisions. And this is not a crypto and blockchain problem. You're right. This is human psychology. It's happened over the years. And typically the scammers are the ones that also just kind of prey on people's ignorance. Um, it's happened in the stock market. It's happened in the real estate market. It's happened in the bond market. It's happened time and as the internet was coming about, right?
Yeah,
It
before that,
happened.
railroads
Yeah,
in
yeah,
England. Before that, tulips in
yeah, yeah,
Holland. So yeah,
yeah. So the best way to protect somebody, best way to protect yourself is get educated and use it. One of my mentors years ago used to always say, "To know and not to do is not to know." Basically, meaning you can know everything until you actually do it. You don't really know it. I can read a book on how to fix a vehicle until I actually fix my car. I don't know how to do it. I have a concept, an idea, and so that's
yeah,
why it's important.
yeah. That's true. And the name of the podcast, I like it so much because it's like
Like,
you know. You need to, again, you need to use it, you need to know. I mean, but I will make a tweak there because
yeah,
why I like it, because everybody and all the other pictures I've seen there, it's like it's focusing more on learning, while you're like Now, from no crypto to no crypto, know that it exists, know how to use it, and this is exactly what we're trying to make a shortcut on. Because before that, you're trying to pitch, hey, there is a new possibility, a new world, but you need to learn it first. To bring you an example, I mean, I've been gifting Bitcoin to my friends on their weddings, birthdays, uh, pretty early actually, since 2019 or 2020.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you see the tweak, right? So, because before that, you were like, hey, there is this new world, but if you want to be successful here, if you want to start using it, here's a mountain of knowledge you have to absorb to be comfortable using the crypto. Whereas in this case, where I started gifting them, now they have something to care about, and
Yeah.
especially when it grows in value, that's when the motivation kicks in. What do I do with it?
Yeah.
How do I transfer it? Well, what are the keys, etc. So
Mhm.
that's the thing. That's the important tweak that we've made in the user experience, where you don't have to learn first to have it, to use it. You can have it in a secure way, then gradually start learning more about it, and be more motivated about it. That's the thing we're trying to do. So, and actually, one of the mottos, let's say, of ours is, we've made a wallet that is so intuitive you already know how to use it,
Mm.
right? Because that's obvious. I mean, you need to know about its existence and know how to use it. That's why I like the name of your podcast. It's not on learning; it's on knowing. And
Right.
let's try to make that road as short and as pleasant as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. So let's dive in. I mean, we've kind of touched on what Coinplus is. Um, so you mentioned kind of the start of it. Was there an aha moment where you were like, "This is where we need to go. This is what we need to do," when Coinplus was born?
You could say so. You could say so, but the story is funny because the first reaction to it was that it's not intuitive. Why do we need physical stuff in a virtual world, in the digital world? Because Bitcoin was born exactly for the reason to be, borderless, to work 24/7, to not depend on any logistics and stuff like that. But I mean, that's the reason why. And many people see the physical wallet and they're like, why do I need it? Right? And that's a proper question. Then, when you combine it with your experience of orange peeling, of trying to explain the non-tangible things to your friends and family, this is where you start thinking, okay, this is the thing to go with. Yeah, and then a couple of words on what's special about Coinplus and what we do differently. So this is actually, again, it's based on simplicity. So you see the package, it's
Mm-hmm.
the orange thing to grab your attention, and on the back it says tap and you're in crypto. So
Okay.
this is how easy it is to use, right? So we came up with the easiest way to get in crypto was the paper wallet,
Mm.
where you put the address there, you put any amount there. This was the way to give crypto, right?
Right.
But of course, you depend on the key generation part. Who has generated the keys? Is it secure? Who's this person? What's the relationship between you and them? And that's where the breakthrough comes in. We use the MPC. We use the multi-party computation of the key in a physical manner. So actually, we came up with a way to generate an address for a wallet without knowing the key. The key is never created beforehand, but we split the key, not the key, we split the address generation between two independent entities. One of each puts a special code here. It's called Shamir secret sharing encryption. So it's these are two independent entities, and we designed it in a way that this can be actually any entity. So one is always us. Second can be our partner. Right now, it's a company, and it's a special type of a company. They have they're called secure printing. So this is a category of companies that are doing Mastercards, Visas, government IDs. So they follow strict rules on data privacy, right? And we never know each other's parts. Furthermore, we share encrypted version of this. So when you combine it, the encrypted versions, you get the address. Okay. And only the end user is the one to combine this both and get the private key, which corresponds to the address, and they're free to use it. So that's all is technical stuff. This can be interesting for you and all other advanced user, let's say. But for the general audience, it all comes down to the user experience. So I just tapped, and you're in crypto. Nice. So this is same card, virtual copy of the same card. I can save it. It says take care of the stickers. I save it here. I now have the wallet here. So now I can go ahead and use it as a general wallet, like receive Bitcoins on it, or I can go ahead and buy Bitcoin with my bank card directly to this address. So what's different here is that keep in mind that you're giving this to a non-tech person. You don't overwhelm them with technical questions. You don't ask them to take care of the seed phrase. You don't ask them to choose between the address types, between the networks, I don't know, SegWit, native, or Taproot. You already know the address. So you just go ahead and let them buy crypto, buy Bitcoin to this address directly. And it's just one step. And this is exactly the easiest onboarding in crypto you can find today in the market, right? And the other stuff that we keep doing on purpose, this is the Bitcoin version. Right now it's on sale. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on our store online at coinplus.com, but we're selling this on Amazon as well to give you an idea of who is among the audience we're targeting, right? Yeah. So and this is a Bitcoin card. This is not Mastercard. This is not a Visa card. This is a proper Bitcoin card with an address. It doesn't have any expiration date. This is both your onboarding card. So this is the onboarding token. You can hand it to anybody. You can gift it, or you can buy it for yourself. But this also serves as your backup card, right? So you don't have to ask people to write down their seed phrases and save it somewhere, because all you need for your backup is here. Furthermore, we have backup cards. You can connect them in the app as well. The special thing, again, is that we have different cards for different networks. So we don't combine all the networks into one card, because this is something confusing. I mean, you're used to it. I'm used to it, to find our ways in the networks. But turns out many people, this is one of the most one of the top mistakes people make in transferring crypto, messing with the addresses, messing with the networks. Right. and somehow thinking that some operator there will exchange the currency from Bitcoin to Ethereum, just like you'll get in general by conventional banks, right? And you don't need to blame that. That's the traditional way people were dealing with finances, right?
Yeah.
So we're keeping that in mind, and that's how we built the experience, the physical one, and on the app as well. If one of the popular questions we get is, "What if I lose my card?"
Right. Yeah, I was
So
going to ask
what
that. Yeah.
people what people do when they lose their bank cards, they go to they either call the bank or they go to the settings in the app, right? So keeping that in mind, we have a functionality here like lost my card. You initiate this flow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we take you through this lost my card flow where you have the backup card, so you can transfer it to the backup. So a lot of things that we don't aim to revolutionize. We don't aim to disrupt the behavior of the user, right? So we're trying to bring all of us in crypto. We're trying to bring new exciting stuff, benefits to the public. But the thing that I found is that you don't have to revolutionize the current behavior.
Right.
If you can find your way and connect to the existing stuff, that works better.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Something that's familiar for people. So I love this, man. So you answered a couple questions, right? What happens if you lose your card? You answered that. You mentioned that you have cards. Are they available now or coming soon? The ones for other
No,
chains?
they're available.
Okay.
Bitcoin version is available, yeah. And taking the moment, actually taking the opportunity, this is exactly the moment to announce the partnership with FIO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we've got an announcement. We've partnered with Coinplus. We can integrate our handles into the wallet, and a user about to manage their different wallet addresses from their different cards using that one universal handle. So you guys, like when Marie on our team showed me your wallet and what you guys do, I love the concept. I love what you're doing and making it easy for users. We're focused on making it easy for users, so it only made sense to combine. So yeah, I'm excited about that as well. Excited about maybe discussing us getting some FIO branded cards as well. And I have another question
absolutely.
that came up from your conversation earlier.
Hmm.
I'm just wondering if you've done this at all. So gifting is important, and that's important to get people to have a little bit to use it, right? And you're right. In the past, I can remember being at a restaurant or out somewhere and having someone set up a wallet, and what do they have to do? Grab a napkin and write down their seed phrase, or they screenshot it on their phone, which they're also not supposed to, right? And so, but what else are they going to do in the moment to verify their seed phrase?
Yeah,
And so then next step was, okay, I found a wallet you're able to set up without having to back up your seed phrase right away. But then you have to go through the app setup and do this, do that. Oh yeah, put in this, put in that. There's still some steps, and so Coin Plus, and this is, I've looked at it, the product online. I've studied it, but kind of the demo you just gave us, it opened my eyes to how simple that process is, and yeah, even no matter what the price of Bitcoin is, you always want to gift Bitcoin, whether it's a few dollars worth, 5, 10, or if it's to individuals like an extra tip or something, or if
right.
it's family or friends, whether it's birthday, graduation, wedding. I just had a friend who's getting married at the end of July, and she set up a FIO handle for their wedding fund and linked all their
Yeah,
different chain addresses. So now, when her friends, who everybody's in crypto, she's a crypto musician as well. Um, she can just give them her handle, and they can pick from a whole list of how they want to pair. And so that's an option there. But um, definitely, I think I'm going to use Coin Plus in the future to gift Bitcoin as well, especially when you're seeing someone in person. But is there a multi pack that you guys sell, like a gifting pack, uh, or is it
yeah.
one for one?
Actually, I love the idea with a handle for weddings. So
Yeah,
you could actually have the domain for that as well. And I
yeah.
mean, uh,
Weddings,
that
graduations, birthdays, right?
yeah. Because the idea that we came up instantly when thinking of FIO, we love what you do, guys, because we try to simplify it, and we have a pretty simple concept, right? So how do you improve it further? You just change the address here. So
Right.
yeah, the partnership with FIO, the collaboration with FIO will allow us to produce new type of cards with handles here. So it will be even more easier to onboard people, and it's to make the user experience even more pleasant and even more natural for
Definitely.
general public. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Great partnership.
yeah. So excited about that, and let's roll that solution soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
And
looking forward to that.
multi-packs,
Yeah.
multi-packs, yeah, we will be launching new networks as well. So yeah, right now we have a couple of options. So you can buy two pack of 2 cards, pack of 3 cards, and you can buy a card with a backup card. So there are options on this, but these all revolve around Bitcoin, because this was the obvious case for us, because
Yeah.
the statistics show that it's 87% of all the crypto holders, they either start with Bitcoin or have some amount of Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
this is the brand you don't need to market. Everybody
Right.
knows
Yeah.
the orange color of it, right? So that was the obvious choice for us. But of course, we get requests on tokens and EVM chains. So that's the next iteration of the product we're uh, rolling out to the market, and that will allow the brands. The specific use case is that the onboarding problem. Uh, all of the projects face this, especially in
Absolutely.
the Web3, especially on the intersection of Web2 and Web3. We're talking about RWAs, tokenization platforms, and they're chasing the traditional investors, and they're tokenizing, I don't know, diamonds or emeralds or oil,
Yeah.
and then they're going to their investment bank clients, and they're like, hey, now you can purchase great tokens, but you need to download the MetaMask and then set up
Yeah.
a wallet and share your ERC20 address, and it's just too much, and it just kills the onboarding process right at the spot. So
Yeah.
that's why we are going that way as well. And this will allow the RWA projects to onboard their clients the traditional way. Think of a bank sending a debit card or credit card, mailing in actually to
Hmm.
your physical address. So now these projects will be onboarding their clients. They're purchasing the tokens for diamonds, for gold, whatever, and
Absolutely.
then instead of asking to set up a wallet, you just mail in the
Yeah.
wallet, and you
Yeah.
know the address. You don't ask for any technical questions. You mail in the address, and then the best thing for them also is that now you bring them into your environment. Because if they go the independent route, if they choose to go with their own wallets, you don't control the process.
Right.
Whereas here, you know the address and you know the app that they're using. You can push communication, push any type of notifications, try to upsell. And funny enough, you've asked about the gifting options. So let me show
Yeah.
you the ultimate to buy version, let's
Oh,
say.
nice.
So this is, again, same tech. I can tap. Of course, it's a metal bar, so you don't have a chip there. This
Right.
iteration, it's in the box. Let me just take the certificate out because it has an address on it. But yeah, this is same stuff, different
Nice.
material, and this is a heavy piece of a
Oh, wow.
metal
Yeah.
bar, so it's not a card. And OGs,
Is that silver? Is that silver? Oh, nice.
yeah, this one is a stainless steel. We used to
Uh,
have a silver version as well, and once we've done a solid gold version with diamonds around. Yeah, that was a one of one, yeah, order. But
oh, I
this is
love
what
that.
we have. Yeah, this is what we have available. It's a stainless steel, and this one in particular is a limited edition with this Genesis block in etching on it,
Yeah.
laser etching on it.
Oh man, yeah. I might have to. I'd like to get my hands on something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's important. You mentioned earlier starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's important. I create educational content as well with the educational company, a few that we work for, and we always start with Bitcoin, like getting off of zero. People need to understand what Bitcoin is, why it's important, and the different types of money before you can go into. Because other than that, the user now looks. I mean, it's a lot more than when we first started. We first started, there was a few hundred, maybe after 2017, a few thousand altcoins, and now there's millions, really. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy
so true.
what's
That's so
available
true.
and what can be. And so, for people to understand what sound money is and understand that risk, Bitcoin is always a great place to start. And so that's an important one. So kudos to
Yeah,
you. I
it
mean,
was.
so many others start out, okay, let's just make it multi-chain, and then you have all these different chains in one wallet. And people, and I hear it when I get people to set up a wallet. What I need to do with all these different lists, because they just see assets. What I need to do with all these cryptocurrencies, and that's just where you can hold everything in one. So keeping that simple experience. And so from the same app, a user can manage multiple cards, right? Like if I have a Bitcoin one, and then you support multiple networks, and I have another card for another network, it can all be supported within the same app, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Love it. Man, I'm excited to not only just about the partnership. I love the partnership. I love what we're going to do together. I want to get mine. I kind of told you, and I've mentioned it in other calls I've done, where it's like I like to be the one to test out certain things. I was showing you I've got other cards. I've
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
basket on my desk of like 30 different hardware wallets that people have sent me to test out over the years.
Yeah.
And
We're brothers.
absolutely, yeah. I love to be able to try out, get my hands on it, and always try to look at it from the perspective of a new person. So I'm bummed. You and I, like, we were both in Las Vegas for the Bitcoin conference. I'm bummed that we didn't actually run into each other and have time to talk. But I think
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot more to come because your values of onboarding users align with what we do at FIO and myself personally and yourself personally. So this is going to be a great partnership. So, Vig, as we start to wrap up, can you tell everyone where they can find out more about you and follow you in Coinplus?
Yeah, so it's easy to find us. It's coinplus.com and pretty much on all the socials, uh, X, LinkedIn, Medium as well. So we will be doing more stuff there. We're kind of passive for the recent time. So we're doing more than talking about what we're doing. So I just show you the solution. It took us several years, but the thing is that because it's an obvious thing to do, uh, the
Right.
important thing that we're busy with and why we didn't roll out the solution right away was that we're busy with getting the patents. So we
Yeah.
have two patents in the US alone. We have a patent granted, not pending, in China, India, Nigeria, Brazil pending, some European countries. So if you take the population, it's like half of the world's population that's protected with the. I mean, that's where the patent is protected
Nice. Nice.
for the solution. But for a company that have done that, we talk too little on
Yeah.
socials. Don't be surprised on that. But I guess with starting, with a partnership with FIO,
Yeah.
we'll be rolling out more and more news. Excited about our partnership once again.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Let's do it.
make crypto simple. Let's make more people know about crypto. Let's make using crypto more pleasant, more natural thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's I think social media in general has been very hard for crypto and Web3 companies. I mean, we're still dealing with that today. Shadow bans on accounts because we ran ads in the past and when a lot of social media accounts were restrictive. But just you took a different route where you're selling these at events, right? In person events. You're getting out there. Amazon, right? People are going to Amazon. Your normal people are going to Amazon to learn how to find things, and so that's important. Is it a
Correct.
Coinplus store within Amazon, like it says it's coming from, shipped and sold from Coinplus?
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We're officially on Amazon, and we sell on our own platform, coinplus.com as well. And we're more focused on the traditional media, let's say, because I mean traditional social media. We're not on Discord because
right,
that's if you're on Discord and if you have a hardware wallet, probably one use case to use CoinPlus card is the gifting.
right,
Uh, Other than that, I mean, you're too advanced for it, right?
right.
But if you're doing your first steps, well, so you will probably be on Facebook, so that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be on X, you'll be on YouTube, Medium, LinkedIn, and all the traditional platforms as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, big man.
Yeah,
It's been a pleasure having you on today. Definitely love our conversation. Can't wait to get the partnership rolling. Can't wait to get some cards in. That's what I'm thinking. I gift and I tip in Bitcoin sometimes, so it's always, this is going to make it one step easier instead of having to walk, say, a waiter through that gave great service. Hey, this is how you set up your wallet and walk them through everything. I'm gonna
yeah,
hand
I'm
them a
so happy
card and
about that. Yeah,
tap and get started. So yeah, great stuff. Weddings, birthdays, graduations, all that good stuff too. So because that's what I like to do. Because the ones that I've gifted Bitcoin to over the years are convinced them to accept Bitcoin for their products or services. Those are the happy ones right now. There was a guy I had from
yeah,
2019 that was holding some events, some conferences, and I convinced him to accept Bitcoin for it. Now, granted, on the back end, I was paying him, say, a few $100s in Bitcoin, and I was going back and buying some more Bitcoin to replace my stash, but he was holding
yeah.
Bitcoin. And then, here we are 6 years later, and he's done phenomenal because some of those payments, Bitcoin was around, $4,000 to $6,000 a piece. And now we all know where it is now. So that's one way
Yeah.
to build believers to get them to actually use it and experience
Yeah, yeah, I'm so happy about that. We're making it easier together from now on. Yeah,
it.
uh,
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Cool,
happy
Big. Well,
for having me, and this was
yeah.
a great conversation.
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us, Vig. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care, everyone.
All right, take care.